So I wanted to, okay, this video is going to be extremely boring. I'm going to talk about hair and makeup. So go ahead and click off right now. To those that are just looking for something, okay? You know what I'm talking about. Like, there's no need to watch this video. I'm just doing a brain dump right now. And sharing for those who may give 2 cents or 3 cents, or may have experienced something similar. But seriously, no need to stick around. If you're looking for some like it's not for you, whoever, you know who you are. So I wanted to talk about when I'm not doing hair and makeup. I don't do that. I could, whatever. But it's like when enough is enough, I guess. Or when somebody, I'm gonna tell you a story. I'm gonna share something. When somebody helps you, right, and you wind up giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving your time, your energy, your money, your well-being, you know, just for some in between all that, you know, a couple crumbs you receive or whatever, right? And it's like one of those things where I feel guilty because they help me. But when is enough enough, man? Come on. Come on. You know? I don't know. I think something is wrong with this. So, okay, here's the story. I ran out of gas I was turning into the Circle K, trying to turn into the Circle K, and right before, like a little distance before I could make that left turn into the Circle K, my car wouldn't go anymore, right? And so I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And then I walked to the Circle K. The gas cans were too much for me. There's a Walmart right next to it. I was going to go to the Walmart. One man I asked, I said, do you have a gas can? He said, no, go to the Walmart. They're cheaper than here, the gas station. I said, okay. Then it was another person that was getting the beer. And I said, do you have a gas can? He said, yeah. Then he said, oh no, I took it out of my car. I can run home and get it. You know, and I told him, you know, I ran out. I'm at the light right there. And he said, I'll run home and get it and come back and we'll get you going. And I was so thankful that, you know, him and another person hopped out of their car and they pushed my car over to this little flower shop or whatever, and you know, got the gas in the little red container and got me to the gas station. And I get to the, you know, so as the person that helped me, they pushed the car over and you know, maneuvered the little gas thing and got the gas in the car. His key fob fell on the ground, and he has a Mercedes, and somebody ran it over. So now his car would not start. And this was on like a weekend, right? He said, well, I'm starting a new job and I need to get there Monday. I said, no problem. I don't work till later shift. I'll take you. But because I'm counting money, I'm not going to, it's a long drive. I'm not going to drive back to where I'm at and, drive back and forth. I'm just going to stay in the location where they work at until it so happened that actually Monday and Tuesday I was off work, and stay in their location, and it'll save on gas. And that's what I did until they got off work. And so they went around through how much it's going to cost to redo the key fob, right? And so it was like 4 days left at the Circle K. We went in there, we talked to the guy. Was so nice. I mean, he wouldn't even let me pay for my gas inside the little container. He was like, I got it. And I was like, man, I don't know, I just feel funny when people do stuff like that, but I was like so grateful, so thankful. And then we went in and was like, his car won't start after he helped me. And boy, did I feel guilty. And I was like, man, and he kept his car at the Circle K in the stall where you get gas, the lanes where you get the gas for those the whole time, those 4 days. And one day I came after work and the guy said they didn't pass it on what was going on with his car, because he had me go by and check his car and make sure it was still there, that everything was okay. And the night shift person said, nobody passed it on to me. I was getting ready to tow this car. And I was like, thank God you didn't. I said, but, and explained to him what happened. And I said, the manager on day shift said it's okay to, keep it here. So, they had that car there in that one lane where you pump the gas for all those days, right? And so I got him back and forth to work. I get up early. I get off at midnight. No, Monday and Tuesday I was off. But, so I get him to work and I stay out there. So finally, he found somebody. It was very hard to fix it because the first person could not fix it. And then he finds somebody to fix it. I don't know. Something just wasn't right. Like, something just wasn't right. Like with the conversation, when they're very, very hyper, I don't know, trying to meet your energy. I just can't make it's something when you've been through controlling behavior relationships before. When something ain't right or something doesn't feel right? And so then again, it's like, pick them up and take them to work. And so now it's my turn because Wednesday I have to go to work. And I said, I'm not staying down there by your job. I have to take care of myself and go get myself together before work. And I have to be there whatever time, and you drop me off. And then you can come back and get me. But anyway, I didn't do it. I used my leave. And so something just ain't right. So the man fixes the car. It took quite a few tries. You have to have a certain training or whatever to do these key fobs. And for evidently the car that he has is more extensive than, the other cars, for the foreign cars. And I felt something waiting out there in the hot sun. And it's my fault. Like, anybody else's fault but mine. But it's like, I felt guilty because they pushed my car and helped me when I got stuck at the light for when I ran out of gas. But so then after the man, the locksmith fixed his key fob, and I'm waiting there. He's like, wait there and make sure it's done right, and that my car is drivable, blah 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 blah. And he needed extra money because he didn't have enough money. So I said, I'll Apple Pay you whatever, a few $100s, a couple hundred, and you don't have to worry about paying it back, because everybody got problems, right? Don't worry about it. Then after the car key fob is fixed and he get his car home, they say, I notice after I wake up early in the morning, they're like, my key fob fell on the ground this morning and I need you to come get me. I need a ride to work. So now I woke up after the time. I'm sure he probably found other resources to get to work because it was quite a while before I woke up and saw the message, right? But my thing is, how long am I supposed to feel guilty because somebody helped me when I ran out of gas? How much am I supposed to do? How indebted am I to a person that helped me? There's some other red flags, when you're talking about past relationships and how they interacted with some of their relationships, and nobody's perfect. I damn sure ain't. And I just try to be honest and give my honest opinion, but I just wanted to get that out of my system. Like, I am going to learn. Even before all that, I said, I gotta go take care of myself. When I was sitting there waiting for the man to program the car. When you have to fight for your mind, when you have to fight for your peace, when you have to fight for your own goddamn energy, yeah, people are nice and they make you laugh and they help you out. And they help me out so much, man. Like, to push the car, and then I feel so guilty when, somebody drove over his key fob or whatever. But I gave you, $200. I sat there, drive you to work, to and from work, but you can't lean on me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I'm being mean, but, and when I say no, I'm not going to be nasty to say no. But understand, at some point, we have to take care of ourselves and I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I just wanted to say that. I know what I want to say. Um, should we exhaust all of our mind and energy into someone that helped us one time, and how much do we give and give and give and give and give back? And in between those times, you're receiving, a couple of breadcrumbs. You may get a muffin for $1 to eat with your coffee. All right. After I dumped that, saying those words in my story just now, I started thinking, and I'm gonna give some specifics of, and at what point I was triggered. And so just because I'm not doing awesome, and I'm not, all that in the bag of chips. You know what I'm saying? I don't have it all together. And you have a good story, and you have a good, I don't know. Okay, so here is some things that had me, my antennas went up, right? So they go in the store and they bring back change and they put it in the cup holder. So in the mornings, going to get coffee, they'll come back out and say, "Hand me that change that's in the cup holder." They clocking every dime, right? And but in other instances, they were using their card, something like that. I don't know. And then they did it twice. They said, "Oh, just give me a quarter out of that. I know it's however many quarters in there. I just need a quarter out of that." And they did it again at the donut shop, right? And I said, clocking, times are hard. I'm not talking about that. But it's when you clock every little thing that you do, that you give to people, that you, it's something about the clocking, right? So that's when I said, and when we discussed money and stuff like that, and they was saying how short they were going to be, and not have enough for the locksmith to reprogram the thing. And I said, I can let you borrow this amount, and you give it back, when you can, or whatever. But then, like, say for example, going home, they're like, "Are you hungry?" And I try to think of something small. One day I said, "Yeah, I'll take a McDonald's. I get the cheeseburger, French fries." And then the next time I was like, "I just want a bag of chips. I'll take a bag of chips." But something told me, and what made me say, I am going to, like, I just met you, but, and yeah, you pushed my car. I was in disaster. I'm going to give you $200, and you don't have to pay it back. Put that towards the key fob so you could get on the road. And, I'm not taking myself out of comfort for your comfort. And what triggered me also, no, I did this before I got like really triggered, and I was like, yeah, something ain't right. When I was waiting with the locksmith, waiting for him for hours and hours and hours because it had to keep reprogramming and keep restarting, keep reprogramming. And so at one point I put him on speaker with the locksmith, and he said, she could stay. She ain't got to be to work till 4. That sealed the deal for me. You know, she ain't got to be to work till 4. Okay, I may be chopped liver to some. I may not have a life to you. That's a no-no. That got into my heart, and I'm going to put my foot down on this one. And I'm harping on about it because I do feel guilty, right? Like, you even cook awesome. You say you're a sous chef. You once in your life was a sous chef. And the only reason, because I don't eat from behind people, and the only reason I did, you said you had something in the freezer the very first time that I was like, well, if it's in the freezer and it's offering it, I'm headed to work, I'll take it, because there's no time for him to poison anything or put anything nasty in it. Just gonna grab and go, right? So I accepted it, and the food was awesome. And the person, he can cook. But then after that, they tried to offer me food, and I was like, sorry, I did that one time because, you know, I'm already thinking ahead of the game. Like I said, you didn't have time to do anything vindictive to something, to the food, because it definitely was on my mind. I don't play with that type of stuff. And then besides that, it's like, you know, the way the mind is about male-female relationships, and the things that he was saying, well, I did this and I did that for the female. And I was like, but those things are what you wanted, and they're nice. But she kept telling you that you're not listening, you're not whatever, da 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 da. He said, but I made a bubble bath, and you know, it's all there for when she comes from work. No, those are your ulterior motives. Like, yeah, you're gonna have, you know, get what you want physically to satisfy your sexual urges or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But when a woman tells you you're not listening, you don't, I don't know if they said don't love or don't care or don't whatever, but it was something like that. It was some type of discrepancy. Even, you know, people into, you know, mention the counseling they go to, and the, you know, things they had said they had to learn. But I'm gonna put my foot down on this one. Like, at some point, I understand. You've done a lot for me and pushed my car to the gas station, and your key fob fell out on the ground in the car, rolled over it, then took it out of commission. But I can't feel guilty anymore. I can't. I don't think it's wrong of me. And the only way I will listen to something is somebody that I listen to on a daily basis and respect. Give some advice on this, like to say, Emily, you're wrong, you're being too mean. You know, you need to answer every time they call and say, come pick me up. You know, now the key fell on the ground again, and they want me to come pick them up and take them to work. and I got to get back. And I'm counting gas money. I'm counting, you know, I gave. Even, I understand. How did I get here? Because I said, when he pushed me, I said, what's your cash app so I can, you know, when I get paid, I'll cash app you. He's like, no, 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 no. You know, real nice, real sweet. But then all this happened. But at some point, I got to put my foot down and say, no, I'm unavailable. You may think I'm a loser. You may think that I have nothing going on. And here's another thing. Something happened. And I'm going through my own mess, right? And they're like, how do you know these people? Right? They think they're people in high places. Whatever. They're just people that are reach out for help, and, you know, they're just totally awesome people. Working for certain organizations, right? How do you know them? What did you do to... And I'm like, But then that's not important to me. That's not a flex to me. You know what I'm saying? When it comes time to get work done, and it comes time to reach out for resources, when it comes time to know who's going to get something done, yeah, I know, but that's not a flex to me, right? But I hear you and listen to you when you know this and you know that person, and I'm gonna end it. I know one thing. I need to learn to say no, or when enough is enough. Enough is enough, okay? Enough is enough. I can't do it. All right, one more thing I've noticed in this situation, I've noticed throughout life, I've noticed in the work environment, and I'm putting a stop to it. It makes me feel ill when someone says, she'll do it. Oh, ask Emily, she'll do it. I'm putting my goddamn foot down on that shit. Yeah, in this situation that was said too. Oh, she'll do it. I know she'll do it. Oh, you're so sweet. You're the bomb. You're this. And you're... Let somebody verbalize that shit to me. You're OTD. Out the door.